All my interviews start with people laughing, you know that?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm here with Nicole Bogin. Is that how you say your last name?
Yes.
Okay, I said it right. And you're the chief director of the Cape Ann Farmers Market, right?
Yes.
How did you become involved?
I became involved 3 years ago. I started as a grower in the backyard growers, selling vegetables, and then last year I became assistant to the manager, and then this year I became the manager.
Okay, so you weren't part of the original group that founded the whole thing?
No, the original group was a small group that did a pilot program 4 years ago, and I was not part of that.
Do you know any of the people that were involved with bringing it to us?
Yeah, actually the two people who really started the market are still involved, and they're on the board, and they're really a big part of the market's success.
Who's that?
That would be Mark McDonough and Melissa Diamond.
Those are the people that like really got the ball rolling in the beginning stages?
Yes, and have really kept the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Well, I like Mark a lot. He's a good guy.
Yeah, and Melissa's terrific. She's the director of the North Shore Food Project. So.
Cool. What were the initial? I don't know if you know this, but what would be the initial goals of what the farmers market was supposed to be?
The farmers market was started with money left over from the Cape Ann Food Co-op. They decided that the best way to kind of keep serving Gloucester with nutritional, good food, whole food, was to form a farmers market. And that's how the first year started. They gave money.
Was that the co-op? Was that the one that was located down by the high school?
Exactly.
Okay, so that
when they closed
up,
they took their money and gave it, and it was matched by a private donor.
Okay.
And that's basically how the farmers market has sustained itself for 3 years. Now that money has run out.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is why we're starting a membership drive and asking for donations.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. So now, as far as is it sustainable? Like on its current trajectory, is it sustainable?
We are working towards that, and I would say for our first year of trying, we have done great. We went since April. We have 74 members. We received 3 grants, and for 3 months of starting fundraising, I think that we're doing great, and the community obviously really wants the market to stay.
Absolutely. No,
yeah.
I know that. I mean, when I go down with my family and everything, it's phenomenal. It's such a great event. I mean, you know, it's people, everybody's smiling.
Yeah.
You know, the kids are running around on the hill there, having a blast, and you know, you want to buy stuff. It's just, you get such a good vibe.
Yeah.
You really want to support the people.
Great.
Yeah.
I always say it's a great job because nobody has anything bad to say about the farmers market.
Yeah. I feel the same way about the block parties. It's like one of those things.
Exactly.
Right?
It's a feel good. You can't go wrong.
If you want to be doing something, this is what you want to be involved with.
Exactly.
All right. Now let's talk about a grant. Is this one of the recent grants from the Essex County Community Foundation?
Yep. We received that in April.
Do you have to apply for something like that? Or
Oh
they
yeah,
find you?
you have to write it. Luckily, we have a great grant writer on our advisory board who has volunteered to write our grants up to date, and she's wonderful. And I think that we do well with small local grants because we serve a large base in Gloucester. We are a nutritionally needy community, and so the farmers market really serves a good purpose. So it's,
like a grant spent, the money that if it goes here is going to really hit a broad base of people.
Yeah, a broad base. And so a lot of the grant money we've used to make ourselves more self-sufficient. That's how we printed up the memberships and have started with the merchandise, so that we're trying to take that money and make more money with it. And we're doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Now there's a couple of series of events that you guys have put on. My favorite being the seafood skirmish.
Seafood throwdown, yeah.
But this week, tomorrow, which this will probably air, most people will see it. Thursday, come down to the farmers market because there's gonna be a special event.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about it?
Our tomato festival, our first ever tomato festival in a not so great tomato season, but we're doing it anyway. So we have 7 produce vendors at the market, and all of them grow heirloom tomatoes. So we're going to have all kinds of tomatoes and tomato products and tomato demonstrations, and you're going to be able to come down and sample different tomatoes. Angela Sanfilippo is going to come down and do a new recipe that she has in the new Fisherman's Wife cookbook, and we have a woman who owns a shop in Rockport coming, Luce Corona, to do a salsa demonstration, and hopefully we're going to get somebody down to talk about canning. Neptune's Harvest is coming to talk about the best way to grow tomatoes organically. And a lot of our vendors, like our gelato guy, is going to make a special tomato and basil gelato, which
Wow.
will be really interesting.
Yeah.
And everyone's really psyched. It's a nice way for the vendors to really showcase their food, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we have another seafood, the next seafood skirmish that's coming up is in September.
September, and then I think we have another one in October as well.
One a month.
Yes.
Do you know any of the participants that are going to be in?
I believe that Passports and the Dog Bar, I believe, are
Square
definitely
enough?
going to be involved. Yeah, and I think we're trying to involve the Franklin too.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so now if someone wanted to be involved, they're a local grower or if they're a local craftsperson, how do they get involved?
If they go to capeannfarmersmarket.org, there is a vendor application. There's my email address. There's a membership download, so any information you need is right there. And it also should have a posting of upcoming events, although I must say this summer our web volunteer has been on vacation a little bit, so we may not be completely up to date.
That's okay.
Right.
And it doesn't cost a whole lot. It's only for a 10 by 10 space. I was looking
$25.
$25.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we have to subsidize the market. The
Yeah.
idea is to keep the vendor fees really low to help small businesses and growers.
And encourage a lot of participation.
Right, exactly. And that's also how we really get great vendors.
Yeah.
Really beautiful quality food and art and crafts. And that's why we get them. I mean, so, right.
No question about it. All right, so I think we hit upon all of the things I want to talk about. Is there any people you want to thank for helping make it work?
I'll tell you, there are so many people. I can only say that the market would not be what it is without the great volunteer power of the advisory board and so many other people, Sandy Farrell, Niaz Dory. I'm going to forget someone. It's going to be
Don't worry
awful.
about it.
Jill Buchanan. I mean, we have volunteers who run everything. The children's activity, the merchandise booth, the seafood throwdown. It takes a lot of manpower.
Art Haven too, right?
Art Haven has organized the children's activities.
Yeah. A lot of good juju.
It's great.
A lot of good
It's great,
juice.
and everyone who gets involved puts in 100%. It's really nice.
Great. Okay, so now if people want to get involved, go to
Yes.
capeannfarmersmarket.org.
Yes.
Find out, but even more, come down
Come
tomorrow.
to our market.
Come to the market Thursday. Support,
Yes.
represent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.